Hello to the TUC meeting on 11th of February. I don't know why the date is a little bit strange.
Oh, that's the template date. It just happens to look kind of like
Yeah.
today's.
Okay, we corrected that. So then we have to check the review to review the action items from last week. We have update from application runtime interfaces working group, and then review PRs issues and talk about any other business. So action items from last week. First one, delete OSB API Slack instance. Yeah, it looks like that happened. It's already marked as done. Chris and Derek to set up the easy CLA for the concourse org. I don't know. Ruben, do you have any? I think
I have no information. I will check.
Yeah, it's not urgent. I can transfer that one so that we don't forget. I saw some discussions and schedule for the working group meeting here. I think this we can mark as done. Okay, and sorry for scrolling up and down. I generated the RFC number for the approved RFC. And we had another one. We'll check on the missing build-back Bosch release. So, Amelia, you provided an update in the TUC. Do you happen to know what soon mean? Are there any technical issues with the GitHub action setup? Or?
I don't know of technical issues, just that the setup has to be done. So working their way through it. I do not know what soon means, but I know they're working on it.
Okay. And let's see. Okay, I'm transferring the action item. This one for the next time. So then we can go with the ARP runtime interfaces update. So Stephan.
Yeah, I will give the update. ARP runtime interfaces working group. There was a little change in the, let's say, working group numbers. One repo less because of refactoring, same number of approvers and 4 new reviewers, which hopefully become or convert into approvers soon. Let's see. If we look at the accepted RFCs where let's say teams in ARI are working on, then we have the generic parout feature where the implementation is nearly finished. I think a copy release is missing with a renamed feature flag. Then cloud native build packs lifecycle implementation is done and shipped. File-based service bindings, here the implementation is ongoing. We found that the service binding IO approach loses metadata. We talked about it and updated the RFC the last time. And yeah, in the copy team, we are going now to implement 2 separate feature flags, service binding Kates and file-based VCAP services. Yeah, will take a while and then this will show up. Then there is a open PR, but not yet reviewed for the cloud controller on system cloud native build packs. That will take a while because we will first finish the file-based service binding RFC. CF API V2 end of life, phase 1 is finished. CF deployment ships with V2 disabled by default. And then there is this RFC about user creation by org managers, where UAA shadow users are created on the fly. Here the implementation is finished and it's also shipped. There are 2 new RFCs. Bindable secret resources are in discussion. no progress here so far. And this IPv6 dual stack support for CloudFoundry, very new RFC. We will talk about it here in application runtime interfaces. We need changes for application security groups so that we support also IPv6 CIDRs and not just IPv4. At least these are the known things that have to be done. Probably a little bit more will come. We will see. Good. On CAPI itself, we have now Puma as default web server. In the CAPI release, SYN is still supported. The plan was to remove it in autumn. There were several fixes for Docker up deletions that could actually or have led to a cloud controller worker overload in big foundations. It can turn into an outage. Work in progress is metrics on the background workers for the connection pool and later also how many jobs have been processed. So far, there were no metrics at all besides some that could be derived via the database. And another work in progress is an ADR to address potential primary key overflow for events and similar tables. Again, it's something to do with big and old foundations. On one of our oldest foundations, this will hit us in about a year, and then we would face an epic outage because nothing will work anymore. And yeah, basically we have to migrate from the current data type to a bigger data type. At least that's the currently preferred option. There are alternatives also, but yeah, discussion happens and then an implementation will follow. Something new, CLI, remove v7 from CF CLI Bosch release. Seems to be work in progress. That's good.
Yeah, we're thinking to release like next major version of this Bosch package CFCLI release without v7. Just a heads up.
And yeah, because build packs is part of the ARI working group, I listed here the delays in shipping build packs to Bosch IO and CF deployment. That has been, especially for the node build pack, it's an issue. And unfortunately, there's little to no progress on CF Java client, which means that currently there's no release of the CF Java client that works anymore when v2 is disabled. There's a PR open, but no real progress. So here I need, I don't know, some help or in the end some force, or we do a fast track with potential new approvers so that a little bit speed goes into the CF Java client development. That's at the moment an unsatisfying situation.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
as a TSC, I would say that we can make that call, right? Like we could fast track a promotion to an approver. Like, I mean, if you are a reviewer, there's no way of getting to approver status if there's no like stuff happening there, right? So we basically couldn't block that situation there.
Okay, that's
maybe that makes sense to just make that PR, and then we can in that PR discuss that, right? And then we have a more formal way of I don't know, threatening, right? It's like this is gonna happen unless something else is gonna happen. Yeah, something else happens.
Yeah, that's probably something we can discuss with this potential approver, and if he agrees, would be a way out of this situation.
Yeah, I noticed also last week people asking for release for different other reasons, like the CNB support is also not is in, but there is no release of the client, as you mentioned. Yeah, but sounds good, the proposal, Ruben. Yeah, sounds really good. Okay, are there any questions? Is Is there any question, something? I know it's from your room, Stephan. I really like the increment and the links. You can walk into details. Really good that we have the RFCs and the issues. Yeah.
To admit that
Thanks.
I reuse this in different meetings. Copy open office our workgroup meeting. It's always the same content, but
Yeah. Okay, then we can proceed with reviewing the dashboard. Okay, we walked into this regarding Prometheus. Still, we are missing one thumbs up. Okay. I reached out to Benjamin. He wanted to talk to the people here, but let's see. Okay, inactive users. It was created last week, so we have to wait another week. I didn't see any comments. Stephan already opened follow-up PR. Thanks. What is this? Okay, this is for the Terraform provider. People want to onboard contributors.
the process is a bit unfortunate. There were 3 new members added, but there's no sign that these 3 new contributors are actually willing to do that. If they would open an own PR, it's much easier. They have to sign the SLA, so I would not merge it at the moment and at least wait for a thumbs up of the 3 users.
You asked
one
here.
is already there. Okay, now then 2 more next week.
Okay. Okay then.
Yeah, but we have no way of checking if they've signed the CLA.
No, we don't have. On the other hand, they have also no chance to do anything as a contributor without signing the CLA, right?
Yeah, it's not like there's no. It's just that it's stated in the role stuff that it's a requirement, right? That they need to have signed it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we discussed this also in private, Stephan.
Yeah, I discussed it with VP.
Okay, then we can wait another week. Archive pickup release repository.
Yeah, there's no more work being done on this release. It's being put down. We've updated the README for it. And there was also another repo created at the same time called PCAP. And literally there have been no commits to it. So I figured we could just delete it. I know we have in our docs that we don't delete things, but I think this is a great one that we can delete. So it archives one of them and just removes reference to the other. And I think maybe someone will have to go in manually and delete the repo.
Shouldn't we make a PR to that repo to create a README that describes all this context for historical purposes? Okay, we can remove it.
Sounds like a solid process.
Oh no, I'm like 10 clicks behind.
But you are fine to merge this. Or
Yeah.
should we wait?
Well, it's an Amelia's working group, so would be
There,
good.
hold on. There you go.
I have recordings. That's
maybe I can delete it,
okay.
or maybe Chris Clark needs to delete it. I'm not sure. Does anyone know?
You should be an admin, so you should be able to do it.
Okay. I'll write down my own action item to do it.
Should be an admin because you're a working group lead and because you're a TSC member.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like admin's not enough. I'm not like a org admin. Or I don't know. There's another higher level. There's a secret higher level, right?
Maybe billing admin, something like that. Maybe, or owner. I think there's an
Owner, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is another PR. We discussed this last week about moving OSB API to ARI working group. Yeah. So Stephan, most probably you want to discuss this in your working group meeting calls. I don't know.
Would make sense if the participation is a bit more diverse. Yep, we can leave it here, and I think in 2 weeks is the next working group meeting. I would like to have a vote by Greg here, because it's now an area with just one approver, and let's say in those areas where only Broadcom colleagues are working inside, it's difficult to have any judgment whether it makes sense or not. If Greg says it's okay, I'm also okay.
Do we actually have to wait for the working group? Or we can just ping Greg here, right? Ask directly if he's okay.
Also fine. Yeah.
Can
He is out until the 20th, I think, is
Oh,
the
he's
last I looked at his calendar.
okay. But he
um,
might be on his phone.
Do you get all your GitHub pings to your phone? Your phone will be blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can also just ask here in the we went
Yeah,
into
yeah.
ARI group discussion this internally.
It's a
I
race.
can
Who gets
just
there first?
think I'm all, I don't know. I don't think that people see the GitHub notification if they get too many. But let's try. Okay. Now on the RFC side, the bindable secret resource, most probably you couldn't discuss in the ARI working group meeting because
It's no progress.
okay, I will also ping Tom at Tim. The author of the team, yeah, I will ping Tim, and I think we can wait until the next working group meeting you have, but I will ping him in the RFC. Yeah, so we started here the final comment period last time. I had a small proposal, I don't know. This is already merged. We can just state that.
Yeah, I committed it. If you refresh,
Okay.
I accept.
Otherwise, I didn't have any other comments.
Ship it.
Okay. Shipping. Can we generate the automation? No. Yeah, we have most way to talk how we want to approach the automation.
Yeah, I think it's a few steps. First step is to, let's say, change all the formal things that have been decided in the RFC just with the one CloudFoundry org, and then we can think about adding a second. But it's no rocket science, it can be done. I mean.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we can open an issue for that, so you can track because it's an RFC. Yeah. This one was regarding the update of the RFC for file-based service bindings. So basically, what Stephan already mentioned in the RE working group update, to have another feature, another application flag. So we will have at the end two application flags, one for VCAP services and one for service binding. So to persist the files in the service bindings specification format, and in the to have one file, VCAP services file for backwards compatibility. Also, Daniel approved already. Okay, everyone approved. I don't need to motivate. Sorry for, it's my own PR. Okay, I cannot approve. And we are good to merge here. Oh, I forgot to, so you need to generate RFC number.
Look, I got it on there.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thank you. And now the new one.
Merge too, right? So
sorry?
One was just an update. We didn't actually merge two RFCs, right?
We didn't. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's correct. Yes.
That would be a disaster.
Because
But you have to
killing us.
you have to provide now the commit SHA, because otherwise the number will be wrong. But I changed the automation that you have. You need to provide it every time. So when you generate the number. Okay, and here's a new RFC. We have about supporting IPv6. I don't know whether you already had time to walk through. Basically, it is quite detailed, explaining how it wants to introduce support for ingress and egress. Also, there are work stream, what needs to be done in Bosch. In the CPIs, agent, stem cell in Diego, the idea is to have IPs per application container. Cloud controller sites, CLI, networking, routing. Do we have any comments on this?
Still need to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, maybe we can comment next. If you'd say that you will be through next week, maybe I can invite also Alex, to have discussion. I don't know whether it makes sense. Or we can have discussions just in the PR. And if we need, if we see that we are stuck somewhere, we can then can invite him to the meeting. Yeah, okay. Sounds like let's start with the PR, and if we can see that whether we need discussion in the meeting. On the RFC status, I don't think...
For the file-based stuff,
yeah.
I asked for it to be compatible with Windows and for Windows acceptance test. The acceptance test was written. I didn't merge it. That's not my working group, but I merged the Diego stuff again. So it's getting through the pipeline.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether we execute Windows acceptance tests in CF deployment. Do you know that, Stephan?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
they executed. Yeah, there's one pipeline that includes Windows cells, if I remember correctly. The CATS tests, they have to be adapted now to the new feature flag, but it's a minor thing and it's no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow we missed that Windows part at the beginning. I was looking into end-to-end how this can work, and there was no specific code for Windows, and that's why we also don't use Windows at SAP. That's why we are not so.
It's very easy to do. That's why we have a linter that says it's deviating.
I think we had similar issues also in Bosch DNS, 1 or 2 times missing to update Windows to Windows site. Yeah. Okay, but I don't think there are any updates at the moment here. Still the same. We have some new issues. Okay, this is regarding the contributors. So it's related to the PR, which we discussed for the Terraform provider. And this one is about integration with Teams. So
I talked here also to Ruben and recommended to use the Slack channel because that's where all the community is. You would not want to spread over different messengers now. And I think he basically bought it.
I can put this in progress, and the other one actually also in progress.
I don't know what works, how it works, and who can create Slack channels as soon as there's a name, but yeah, then.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The rest is old. Then we can proceed with any other business. So I have one item here. The routing team approached me, approvers from GoRouter. They want to change something in their Go modules structure. And there is the code.cloudfound.org, which needs to be updated. They were not sure who is responsible here. Is someone aware who needs to be contacted if you need updates to the rules?
It's an app, right? Somewhere. Is it in the admin working group?
In the admin working group? Let me check.
So we had one for the. was that
Who is-
located?
Runtime is that mean?
The admin working group is one level up. It's not
Oh,
With
okay.
Go Fetcher?
Go Fetcher, you mean this one?
I don't know if that's the one. Let's check. Yeah, it's for the Go Get routing service. And someone
I-
needs to CF push it.
I will check with Chris then. If no one is
Yeah, I'm assuming
aware.
this is running probably on any nines, right? So there's an any nines
Mhm.
account. So I'm assuming it's running there, but they already can make a PR against this repo with the changes that they're looking for, right?
I will.
And then Chris and Rom can review it.
Yeah, looking at its running rate, it's running in GCP. So that's what the DNS resolves to.
Interesting. Do we have? I mean, that could still be any nines, but I don't know. Like, if there, I would have expected there to be a Cloudflare instance in front of it.
That's what I would have thought too. That was gonna say contact Steve, but I can ask Steve because he's on our
Yeah.
contract. So
Okay.
If you find something, please reach out to me, Chris.
There was a PR that's still that already has all the approvals, and it's the adjust temp Prometheus admin team thing.
Yeah.
I think we
From
skipped over
Benjamin,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. What are we waiting for on that
So
one?
we are waiting. Yes. We need 2 thumbs up.
I think the
I
people who it concerns haven't acknowledged.
I see.
So I had private chat with Benjamin, and he wanted to take. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to discuss?
Maybe a short heads up. I will be not available from end of March until beginning of May due to an extended vacation.
Nice.
Nice.
I can put the real dates as soon as they are fixed into the private channel.
And you will be totally without like cell phone connectivity there?
I may have a cell phone, but it will not be my company phone for sure.
This is the community. I mean, that doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need company phone. Yeah. Nice.
I do have a question. My colleague put it in chat, Chris Weibel. Who do we know do we poke about getting a PR reviewed for the Ruby build pack? One of our developers has been stuck on this for a bit of time now and just seems to be in limbo.
Ruben and I can poke Rob. I pinged him on CF Slack. I don't know if he's checking CF Slack, but he should be. And so we can help poke.
Is there any question?
And Steve got back to me. He thinks it's running underneath his account, but he's got to go take a look on the specifics on that code CloudFoundry. So once I hear back, I'll let you know, Beyhan.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I was then ask the people to open a PR against it. So the go fetcher. Okay, is there anything else?
Hey, just a weekly reminder to everybody. CFP deadlines are approaching. It's on the 23rd of February for CloudFoundry Day North America. We have a panel for reviewing them. So thank you for those who volunteered. But yeah, we're still looking for submissions, and I urge everybody to submit their talks as early as they can.
I had at least one talk from SAP side. Will be submitted soon. From a different team, I don't know from our teams. I think the budget situation is still under discussion. Yeah.
Sure, but
okay.
Just submitting the talk is completely isolated from the budget, right? Even if they don't make it, the talk can become a blog. It can be a live stream. It can be the starting point for a lot of different kinds of content. So I understand that it might feel like it's not worth it if you don't get the budget, but it might very well be, is my pitch. So don't hesitate to submit the talk.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Okay, if there is nothing else, then we are done for today. Thank you for the participation. Take care and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.